Hi, have you ever wondered how to make tomato ketchup but with fresh tomatoes? Well, we're going to be showing you how to do just that. Let's get started. Okay, so we have here, this is just 2 pounds of cherry tomatoes. Now you can use other types of tomatoes, but I just use cherry tomatoes. So we're going to make sure that you go ahead and wash off your tomatoes, as you know, and we're going to just cut the end off to that tomato. We're going to slice it in half, just like so, and put it in a bowl. We're going to do that for each tomato. And you want to make sure that they're not like all soft and mushy and been sitting forever. We try to use them at their freshest point. Okay, so now that all the tomatoes are cut in half. Okay, so now we're going to take 1 tablespoon of water. Now you don't have to because they do have their own juices, but I like to put that in there. And we're going to just go ahead and dump our tomatoes in here. Now you can put chopped or diced onions in here and garlic and things like that, but I'm just going to do old plain tomatoes. And I'm just going to cook them down for 30 to 35 minutes. And you can obviously stir it and just check on them here and there, but we're going to cover it with the lid in our stainless steel pot. And see, as you cook it down, they're starting to turn to a mushy texture. That's what you want. So by the time 30 to 35 minutes are up, and stirring occasionally, you should see that they are mushy. They'll be a mushy texture. Make sure you have it on like a medium to low heat. As you see, the tomatoes are cooked down and they're mushy, and we're going to take this off the heat and let it cool for about 5 minutes. If you may need, just transfer it to something where it can cool off a lot faster, like this big measuring cup. Okay, so after it's cooled off, you can go ahead and put it in your blender. Now, if you have an immersion blender, obviously those work as well. You can use either or. We're gonna go ahead and puree our tomatoes. See? Push the button. And once it's all done being pureed, what you want is a smooth consistency. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a mesh strainer just like this, put it on top of our bowl, and we're going to just pour a little bit at a time and let the liquid go through, catching the seeds and the skin of the tomato that's left. And you may have to kind of jiggle it and kind of press it, use a spatula. See how it just catches all that? This is the stuff we're going to discard. And just do this same thing for the rest of the puree that's in your blender. Okay, so, and here's what we was able to get. So now we are going to go ahead and put our seasonings and everything in it that we need. We're going to use our Worcestershire sauce. And this recipe, if you've watched our previous video of the other way to make tomato ketchup using paste, we used water, but this time we're not going to use any water in it. As you see, it doesn't need it. So we're going to put 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce in the ketchup. We're going to put our white distilled vinegar. Going to put our light brown sugar in it. We're going to put our garlic powder. And you can always put different seasonings in yours. This is just what we typically use. Onion powder. Going to put our celery seed in here. And we're going to put some salt. Let's give this a good mix in. And we're going to bring this to a boil. And we're going to turn it down and simmer it for 30 to 35 minutes. Or until it starts thickening up. Okay, so we have simmered this for 30 minutes, and you see how it's thickened up and how it doesn't easily return. That's how you know it's ready. So we can take this off, and we can just let this cool for about a couple minutes before we put it in our mason jar. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put this in our mason jar. And that, my friends, is how you make homemade tomato ketchup using fresh tomatoes. This made about 3/4 of a cup, so a little less, under a cup. But the process is well worth it if you enjoy the taste of all natural ketchup. And if you need a bigger quantity than what this made, just double the recipe. And this ketchup does store up in the fridge up to about 3 weeks. All right, so if this video was at all helpful to you, I ask that you go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Press that like button. Also, comment down below if you're going to try this wonderful recipe. Don't forget to check out our other tomato ketchup video. We'll post it right here.